Very good morning to one and all present here. Once again, I welcome you back in the science class. In the last class, we had discussed about the vitamins, their sources, health benefits, and the deficiency diseases related to them. Today in this topic, we will be dealing with the nutrients, which is termed as minerals. The very first question that comes in our mind is, what do you mean by mineral? Minerals are the substances that are formed naturally in the earth. What do you mean by naturally? Naturally means which is already present in the nature. It is not made by the man. It is formed due to the geological processes of the earth. Hence, it is termed as natural substance. Number 2, it is solid at room temperature. Most of the minerals, they remain at solid state at room temperature. Number 3, all the minerals have their fixed chemical formula. Clear to you? Next topic is the role of the minerals. The minerals are required to our body in a very small quantity, but still it plays a very important role in protecting us from different diseases and to perform various functions. Some of them I have written here. Number 1, building strong bones. If you remembered the topic that we had discussed the last class, where we had seen that the vitamin D, it is very important to absorb the calcium and phosphorus. Calcium and phosphorus are the building blocks of the bones. Very important to make the bones strong. Okay. Number B, transmitting nerve impulses. Transmitting means sending or receiving. Nerve impulse is a type of message which sends and receives in between the brain and the other body parts of the body, other body parts, with the help of the sense organs and the nerve, and that message comes in the form of the current, which is known as nerve impulse. We will learn more about nerve impulse in chapter 9. Number 3, it maintains a proper and normal heartbeat. So 3 of them I have written here, but these minerals perform many important functions in the body, and it is considered as one of the important components of the food. Now, you see, I have written here essential minerals. What is the meaning of essential minerals? The minerals which is needed by the body and plays vital functions inside the body. They are termed as essential minerals. Now, the essential minerals, they are again categorized or classified into 2 groups. The one is your micro minerals, you see, MACRO, and the another one is your micro, MICRO, micro minerals. In short, macro means big or large quantity, micro means very small or in a trace. Now you see here, these minerals which comes under the macro minerals, they are found or stored in the body in large quantity. Whereas the micro minerals, they required by the body in a very small quantity, and it is also termed as trace minerals. Now let's see the examples of the minerals which comes under these 2 categories. The first one, the macro minerals, we have calcium, chloride, magnesium, phosphorus, sodium, sulfur. In micro minerals, we have iron, zinc, iodine, selenium, copper, manganese, fluoride, etc. One point you note down, that if these minerals are found in a large quantity, it does not mean that they are more important than the micro minerals. Okay? The quantity of these minerals needed by the body does not show the importance of these minerals. Now see, iron. Iron is a trace minerals, but it is considered as one of the important minerals in our body because it makes our blood. We will discuss this later on. So quantity does not decide that which minerals are important in our body. Clear? Next topic, how are they absorbed in the body? Now, most of the minerals, they travel through the body in the various ways. If we'll talk about the phosphorus, the symbol is P. The phosphorus quickly absorbed in the bloodstream and moves in the body by mixing into the blood and then goes to the kidney for the excretion. What is the meaning of excretion? Means filtration of blood into the kidney, and then the waste materials are removed out from there. Clear? So the phosphorus works just like the water soluble vitamins, whereas the Ca, symbol for the calcium also moves in the body, but it needs a carrier to go from one part to another part. Okay, for transportation it needs a carrier, and it just works like a fat soluble vitamin. Clear? In the case of plant, we all know that plants absorb minerals through the soil. Okay, now when the plants absorb minerals from the soil, then it forms the fruits, leaves, and the proper growth and development of the plants all is depending on the mineral content of the soil. Then that plants are eaten by the herbivores, then herbivores are again eaten by the omnivores, and this way the mineral gets passed on from the soil to the producers, then to the herbivores, then to the omnivores, and so on. One sentence I have written here, minerals have no energy value. This sentence does not have any negative meaning. Energy value means, as we all know, minerals are not meant to produce energy in the body. Carbohydrates and fats are there for that. Clear? Minerals does not give any energy to our body. It is required in a very small quantities. Now let's see what are the foods which are rich in minerals. We have cereals, bread, meat, fish, milk, dairy products, nuts, fruit, green leafy vegetables, and many more. Okay, don't be confused that ma'am you told that cereals contain carbohydrates, meat contain this nutrient and that nutrient. Doesn't matter. There are some food and fruits or vegetables which may be rich in different types of nutrients, but some of them are there which are having one nutrients more than the other one. For example, cereals. Cereals are rich in carbohydrates, but it also contains some of the minerals. Clear to you? So, these are the food items that I have written here. They are a mineral rich food. Now, what is the nutritive values of minerals? It performs functions for life, help to keep the body and healthy, and produce substances to fight diseases. Why do we eat minerals? Because minerals are required in a small quantity. Still, it has very important role as it performs many functions for life. It helps to keep the body healthy, and it also produces substances to fight the diseases. And that's why in addition of these vitamins, the minerals and vitamins both are called as protective foods. The minerals, in accordance with the vitamin, it is termed as protective food because it helps in fighting with the different types of diseases by providing different health benefits. One by one we will see that what are the different minerals which are important in our body. The first one is your calcium. Now, what are the sources of calcium? The main sources of calcium is your milk, dairy products, green leafy vegetables. Now, what is the health benefits? The very first health benefit is to build healthy bones and teeth. Now, as the living body, the cell is the building block. The basic structure of the living body is your cell. The same way, to make a bone and teeth strong, the calcium is considered as, calcium and phosphorus both is considered as the building blocks. Means, if the calcium and phosphorus will not be there, maybe the proper formation of bones and teeth will not be as strong as it should be there. Okay. Now, next one, the deficiency of calcium. What will happen if the calcium intake will be reduced? Now, some of the symptoms are there. First of all, the bones become weak and fragile. Fragile means easily breakable. Okay, the bones will not have enough calcium. It will become weak, and even if in a small hurt, the bones will get break. Number 2, it is faulty heart contraction. The heart will not pump the blood properly, and it may cause any heart disease. Number 3, crampy pain in the body. You must have seen, especially in the growing children or school goers, their legs are always paining. That's all because of the lack of calcium in their diet. That's why it is suggested that school goers or the growing children, they should take enough or adequate diet of calcium, so that calcium will not cause any problem in deficiency of calcium will not cause any crampy pain in the body. The crampy pain in the body are mostly found in the leg portion. Okay. Number 4, tooth decay. The tooth will not be strong, and hence the tooth decay is one of the important symptoms of the deficiency of calcium. Now, one disease I have written here, osteoporosis. Osteoporosis, it is caused due to the lack of the calcium, and we can say due to the improper balance of the calcium and phosphorus. About the osteoporosis, you will learn in your higher classes. Many more diseases are there. Calcemia, where the calcium ratio becomes very low in the blood, and then osteopenia. Many more are there, but one name you just note down, osteoporosis, and other 2 names are hypocalcemia and osteopenia. Okay. The next one is your phosphorus. Now, what are the sources? The sources of the phosphorus are milk, cereals, pulses, fish, and meat. Don't be confused. Again, you see, pulses I have written here. Pulses are rich in which type of nutrients? Just check in your mind. It is rich in phosphorus also. Okay. So, it is not that one food item will be rich in only one type of nutrients. No, it is not. Okay, so milk, cereals, pulses, fish, and meat, they are the sources of the phosphorus minerals. Now, what are the health benefits? How does it perform in the body? First one, again, it is the building block of the bones and teeth. So, it helps in the growth of the bones and the teeth. Number 2, development of the nerve cells. Development of the nerve cells. And number 3, essential for the digestion of the carbohydrates and fats. Carbohydrates and fats are the 2 important nutrients. Their digestion, when occurs in the body, phosphorus plays an important role. Now, what happens if the phosphorus will be deficient in the body? The symptoms will be the loss of the weight. Second one, retarded growth. Number 3, general weakness. Why we will feel weakness? Because the carbohydrates and fats are the energy giving food. If it will not be digested properly, then we will not get energy and we will feel general weakness. Now, 2 diseases I have written here. One is your rickets, that already we had mentioned in the previous class, which is found mostly in the children. And second one is your osteomalacia, which is found in the adults. Clear? Number 3 is your iron. Iron is very important. Last year also we have read about the iron. The sources are green leafy vegetables and the other green vegetables, nuts and jaggery. Jaggery, you all know this. In Hindi we called it gud. So these are some of the important sources of iron, and it should be included in our diet to maintain the balance of the iron. Now, what are the health benefits? The first one is formation of hemoglobin in the blood. Now, what is the meaning of hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is the pigment which is found in the blood, or it helps in the formation of RBC. RBC is the red blood cells. In later chapters, we will discuss about the RBC, WBC, and we can say the components of the blood we will discuss in the later classes. Okay. Hemoglobin help in the transportation of oxygen in the body. That's why it is said that we should take iron in an adequate amount. Clear? Now, one more thing. Heme means iron. Okay. Heme means iron and globin is a type of protein. So when they mix together, this protein carry the mixes with the iron and help in carrying the oxygen inside the body to perform different functions. Now what are the symptoms? The symptoms are the body will become pale and weak. The moment we will reduce the intake of iron, there will not be formation of RBC. RBC is generally important to make the blood red. If there will be a lack of RBC, your body will become pale or yellowish and you will feel too much weakness as the oxygen will not reach in the particular body parts. Number 2, whitening of the nails. Nails will become white in color. Number 3, swelling of hands and the feet. Clear? These are the symptoms when we will not take iron in a proper or balanced amount. Okay. Now the disease caused due to the lack of iron, it is termed as anemia. This word you have read in your last class. What happens in anemia? The blood does not have healthy red blood cells. Okay. What happens? The blood does not have healthy red blood cells. Okay. Next one is your iodine. Iodine is also very important. What are the sources? The sources are fruits and vegetables, the seafood, the food which is found in the sea. They are a very good source of iodine and the iodized salt. Now what are the health benefits? The first health benefits of the iodine is proper functioning of the thyroid gland. Okay. Now the thyroid gland produces thyroxine hormone. And thyroxine hormone is synthesized by the iodine, and this hormone plays a very important role in proper functioning of the body. Clear to you? So iodine is considered as important minerals to perform the to help the thyroid gland to perform well. Now what happens in the deficiency of iodine? There is a swelling in the neck region. One picture I have drawn here. You see, this is the neck part. Okay, and in the neck part you see enlarged muscles comes out and it just hangs from the neck, and it is termed as this disease is known as goiter. There is a swelling in the neck region. Number B, mental retardation at fetal stage. Fetal stage means when the baby is about to when the baby is about to or we can say at a baby infant stage. Okay. Fetal stage. Number C, the retarded growth in your later stage, means in your early childhood. In your early childhood there will be mental retardation, and if it continues the later stage, the growth will be in the retarded condition, and the disease is known as goiter. Clear? Now you see what is goiter? In the neck region there is an enlargement of the gland, and this posture or this body posture is termed as goiter. Clear? Now let's do summarize that what we had learned in this chapter. We had discussed about the minerals, their sources, functions, deficiency, diseases and their symptoms. Clear? Hope all the minerals, their health benefits, sources and their related deficiency diseases are well clear to you. Though we are not in the real classroom, we are having a virtual classroom. So just to check yourself that what have you learned in this lesson. Now ask these questions to yourself, that name the important minerals, state the role of calcium and phosphorus. Number 3, state one approach to reduce the deficiency of iodine. One thing I missed it. Iodine, as it is very important for the proper functioning of thyroid gland, so it has seen that the government has distributed or that iodized salt to reduce the deficiency of iodine, and deficiency of iodine does not found in the coastal region, because the people who lives in the coastal region they take the seafoods and they do not suffer from any deficiency of this iodine. But the people who lives in the mountainous region, their soil and water are poor in iodine content. Hence, this type of disease, the goiter disease, it is mostly found in the mountainous region. To maintain the proper or to do or to remove this deficiency, that government has started to distribute the iodized salt to that affected areas. So this question is state one approach to reduce the deficiency of iodine. Just ask yourself what will be the answer, and this comes under the order evaluation to yourself. Clear? So whatever things we have learned here, let's see how much you have gained, and when we will be coming in our WhatsApp group, then we will see that what difficulties you all are facing. Okay, bye bye. We'll meet you in the next class. Thank you. Bye.